Hello again, and welcome back to Black Stars Racing Channel and the Ultimate Racing League, sponsored by Prop Up & Co. Today we are with the WEC boys for round 5 at Interlagos in Brazil, Sao Paulo circuit. 4.3 kilometre circuit with 15 corners. It is a counterclockwise circuit. And all these guys have had a 10-minute qualifying session. So what we're going to do now is we're going to have a quick run through the order. So let me just come out of this a minute. I'll get into this 1 second. You'll have to bear with me because I'm reading on my phone. So I'm looking at different lap times and I'm trying to cycle through the drivers as well. So if I balls it up, then I do apologise. Right, on the pole then, with a time of 1:31.9, we have Dan. Getting used to seeing him on the pole for these races now, aren't we? This is about the third one, I think. And then we've got behind him in second place, we've got Damien with a 1:32.4. And coming back then to third place on the grid, we've got Dergview, qualified with a 1:32.4. So pretty close for the top 3 guys. Then we've got in fourth place, we've got Tiddy Milk on a 1:32.5. Behind Tiddy Milk, we have Tidders, and Tidders has put in a 1:32.7. So the first, well, you've got Dan on the 31, and then you've got 3 or 4 drivers very, very close then. So moving then behind Tidders, we've got Nordy on a 1:32.8. Behind him, we've got Carlsberg. I'm not drunk, guys. I mean, I know this is cameras all over the place, but I promise you I haven't been drinking. So behind Carlsberg, we've got Speed Demon in 8th on a 1:33.4. So then in 9th position, we've got Paris. He's put in a 1:33.6. Behind Paris, then in 10th position, we've got, is it Dragon? How do you pronounce him?
Dragon, I think. Just to remind you as well, we are a couple of cars off here. Just Panos had to drop out and then come back in. So he's 14th on the list of qualifying, but he's actually in 8th. So he was the car ahead, I think. So this is Speed Demon, and then going down from there.
Ah, right, okay. So after, let's have a look. Where was Speed Demon then? So 9th is not Paris, no?
No, Paris is in 10th.
Right, okay, so Paris 10th then. And Dragon. So is this Paris on the screen now?
No, that's Speed Demon.
Right, Speed Demon. So then we come back to Paris. So Paris then, it's a little bit confusing this because all the times are going to be a bit different then. So we've got Dragon. Behind him, we have Retrovine on a 1:33.8. Am I right?
Yep. That was Dragon. This is Retrovine.
Okay, so yeah, there we are then. Retrovine, I'm one behind myself. So Retrovine then on a 1:33.8. Do apologise for this, guys. Very, very unprofessional of me. Behind Retrovine then we've got Hoyland on a 1:34, dead. And behind him we've got Addy, and he's on a 1:35.4. And that is the grid. So we will whiz back up to the front.
But yeah, no, don't worry about that. It's obviously not your fault. It's because he'd come out of the lobby. When he then re-entered, it just put him into last, even though based on the times, obviously, he was actually supposed to be in 8th. So
right,
just makes it all a bit confusing, like you say. But
okay, no worries. Well, I think we got there anyway, so we're ready to go. As I said, we've had a qualified session. The guys have put it where they've put it, and now we're ready for the off. So we will be doing a standing start.
Rolling start.
Oh, this is a rolling, is it? Okay.
God, you do these races yourself. Come on.
This is going really well, guys. So we've got a 3-second countdown then to the start, and 3, 2, 1, and we're away. So Dan then in pole position, leading us down to the first corner, which is the start of the Senna S's. So we'll have a whiz through the names as well as we're getting into the first lap. So through the Senna S's then, and then we come on to the Curva de Sol, which is just here at the left. Now we're onto the Retroposta, which is a a relatively short straight. We'll call it the back straight for now. Quite a heavy braking left, this one, into Desida de Lago. Quite easy to run wide there and lose some positions if you're not careful. So Dan then holding on to first position at the moment. He's got Damien right behind him. So a little bit of pressure on Dan at the moment as we go into the Ferradura. Yeah, Damien is in his slipstream. He's right behind him, so he's going to be trying to get past him on the straight if he can get the move done. Curva de Larangina then. 8's not really got a name, so 9 is Pinerino. Pico de Pato we're in now, and Magulo. And we're coming down now into the heavy braking zone for Juncao. This Juncao sort of is these two corners here, and then we come up over the top of the brow of the hill, Subida de Boxes, which is a very unusual name. I don't quite know what that means, but you know, there you go. And 15, which is where Dan is now. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that one because it'll take me 10 minutes to spit it out. So there we go. There's your corner names for lap 1, guys. So we're into lap 2 then, and Dan is still in the lead. It looks like we've got a spinner there. Let's get where is he? Let's have a look what happened. Where's Dirk? There we are.
I think he touched the grass on the outside coming into
Let's jump on board and have a look. Have a look what happened. So he was very close not to hit Damien. Then I think that was avoiding action, but he's gone round on him. So that is going to cost him quite a few positions there. So he's dropping down the order now. Dirk now back to 9th, back to 10th. Let's have a look now. You've got Dragian as well overtaking him, and Speed Demon, Retrovine. Dirk View is now back in 14th position. So he's got it all to do now, unfortunately. Probably got a bit of dirt on his tyres as well. So let's see what he can do from the back then.
Mercedes is quite good round here, especially out of the last corner going up the hill and the start finish straight. So he should be able to pick a few places up and make his way back through the grid.
Yeah, it's got a fair bit of grunt, this Merc, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
It's quite a windy track. I mean, it's a bit of a lump of a car. Any idea what it's like on fuel, guys?
I think it does tend to use quite a lot as well. I was just going to say that. So yeah, that could be a factor that causes a little bit of a problem.
Yeah, it could well be. I mean, obviously he's got a strategy to take into account here. So let's just go back to the top then, and Dan, and we've got Damien right on his tail there. He's keeping him honest. Dan's not able to break away at this moment in time, so this will be a good battle to keep an eye on for a few laps. But while we're with the leader, we're just going to have a quick skip through what tyres these boys have started on. So Dan then, our pole sitter, has started on the mediums. Any particular reason for that, Dan, or is it just a random choice? Had you practiced this much, or what was you thinking behind the mediums?
Just same as always, really. See how far I could get on a single tank of fuel and see how the tyres lasted for it, and then figure out what we're going to do from there.
So let's drop back then to Damien. Damien's also started on the medium compound. Tidders as well, mediums. I got an idea that most of these guys are going to be on mediums, but we'll check anyway. So Nordi then mediums, Tiddy Milk's on mediums, Carlsberg, Panos, Paris, Hoyland, Dragan, AD, Dirkview, Retrovine, Speed Demon, all on mediums to start this first stint. So it should be a relatively close fought battle for this first stint then, because all these guys are on the same rubber.
Yeah, I think, sorry, was Speed Demon just coming out the pits then? I wonder what's happened there. Has he had an accident and got damage or something that he's had to have repaired?
Let's have a look. Let's go back to Speed Demon. So what's he done then? He's still on a medium tyre.
Yeah, he's filled up and put a new set of boots on.
Was it Speed Demon that... yeah, it was Speed Demon that went off on the first bend. So is it possible he picked up some damage and he's gone in to get that fixed, do you think?
No, that was Dirk.
Yeah,
that was Dirk.
Oh, that was Dirk. So I don't really know why Speed Demon's gone in then. Doesn't seem anything obvious, guys. I don't know if any of you spotted anything there.
No.
No.
I don't know of. No.
Okay. Might be worth just keeping an eye on him then. Maybe he just pitted by mistake. I mean, it does happen.
Yeah, we started on the wrong tyres.
Yeah. I don't think we quite got to him, did we, before he went into the pit? So he may well have been on the hards, all the softs, and he's decided to go in and do a change. So, yeah, he finds himself back in 14th position now. And then looking at the track map, he's probably close to half a lap behind everybody at the moment now. So Speed Demon has got it all to do, unfortunately, now. Back up to the top then. And Dan started to eke out a little bit of a lead now on Damien. He's just he's pulled away by just a couple of tenths. That Porsche is pretty nimble around this track. It's quite a windy circuit. Quick squirts of the throttle. So that Porsche is well suited to this track. Yeah, Damien in that Mercedes, as we said earlier, it is a bit of a lump. Much bigger, heavier car. Probably more fuel being used as well. So is Damien going to be doing some fuel saving? I would imagine most of these guys would be. But as you can see there, Dan is just starting to creep away, just by a tenth here and there. Still not a lot in it. I think Damien's still just about catching a little bit of his slip there. But yeah, we'll see how that battle pans out.
Yeah, it's quite balanced because the Porsche is good on the infield section and the Mercedes is good on the second part of the lap, going up the hill down into turn 4. So it's a little bit of cat and mouse.
Yeah. How was it feeling for you at this point, Dan? Were you sort of driving within yourself, or were you flat out at this point?
No, I was still obviously fuel saving at this point, but yeah, it was just obviously keeping an eye on the mirrors, and I did have to do quite a bit of defending, just obviously, as Nath was saying, down the straights and stuff, just to make sure I didn't get past before I got to the windy part of the track, which is where I gained the time back.
Sure. You can see there Damien's actually closed that gap back up. Them couple of tenths, he looks to have pulled them back. So how's his tyres looking? He's got a little bit of wear on those already. Compare that with Dan. I think Dan's are in better nick at the moment, so he's more economical on his tyres at this point in the race. I would imagine Damien is probably scrubbing his rubber at the moment because he's trying his best to keep up with the guy ahead. So it'll be interesting to see how many laps he gets out of those tyres. I'm thinking probably, I don't know, 15, 20 laps, around about 20 laps probably.
Yeah, I would hazard to guess that. Maybe even a little bit more, to be honest. We've already done 5 laps. And they're only just wearing at the moment. So yeah, you could probably look 25 maybe. Yeah. Depends on how much time you lose and how much grip you lose.
Sure. I don't remember exactly how long this pit stop is, but I'm thinking probably entry to exit with a tyre change and possible fuel. Probably looking at a minute or so, would you say?
Yeah, I would say so. That was roughly what it was when we did round 9 on the Sunday round here. It's about 55 to a minute for a full tank of fuel, yes.
Yeah. Fair dues to Damien. He's definitely staying in touch with Dan there. And these two, you can just see there, Tidders in third. Looks like Tidders is suffering with a bit of lag on this one as well. But yeah, these two are pulling away quite a rate of knots at the moment. So yeah, the other guys behind need to improve their lap times and up their game a little bit if they're going to get onto the back of these two. Let's have a little look at Tidders then, because he did start in, I think, 5th, did Tidders, and he's now got himself up to 3rd. So good start to the race for him. He's got Nordy pretty close proximity to him. Let's have a look at the tyre wear for these two as well. Tidders, yeah, so probably about the same. Maybe Nordy's used a little bit less rubber, which is surprising considering he's the one doing the chasing. And then Carlsberg, they're down in 5th. Looking a little bit lonely there at the moment. He's got a couple of seconds ahead of him, a couple of seconds behind him. So not all bad, so Carlsberg can get his head down and now and concentrate on trying to catch the guys ahead without any pressure from behind. So Harris, again, small gap starting to open up between him and Tiddy Milk just behind him. So that's 6th and 7th position. Hoyland then, about half a second behind. Who's behind Hoyland? We've got Dragan there. And he's got Dirkview in right behind him for company as well. And then we've got Retrovine in 11th. It looks like he's slipped off the back of these guys as well. I don't recall seeing anything happen with Retrovine, but he certainly lost some time to the pack ahead of him there. Anyone see anything there, guys?
No, I just think he's just running a bit slower when you got Dirk, who's in front of him, set the fastest lap of the race so far at 33.5. So his times are about 3 to 4 seconds slower each lap. So maybe the track's not suited to the Corvette. Maybe.
Yeah, I was just going to say the same thing. I'm pretty sure it doesn't turn very well. So this sort of track really ain't going to do it any favours.
Yeah, pretty grunty down the straights. Suffers in the corners a little bit. Is that what we're saying here?
Yeah.
Where's AD? There he is, back in 12th there at the minute. He's not too far behind Retrovine. I think with Retrovine's pace, I've got a feeling AD's going to catch him in the next lap or two. And behind him then we've got Speed Demon in 13th. He's also in that Chevy. And
he's doing better. He's doing better. His lap times are a couple of seconds faster than Retrovine, so he's slowly catching the two in front of him up.
Yeah.
I was just going to say. Sorry, go on.
No. After you.
I was just going to say, I'm assuming something must have happened on the first couple of laps for him to have pitted and then come out and be setting those lap times. Assuming he must have had an accident somewhere and picked up some damage that he had to get in and get repaired.
It had to be, because otherwise he'd have carried that damage all the way to the end of the to the end of this stint, which, as we said, it'd probably be 20-25 laps. So I suppose if you calculate all that lost time, maybe his best option was to pit, get the damage repaired, and get back out there and try and make that time back up to the guys up ahead. Damien still on the fastest lap, 1:33.4, as we pop back up to the front then, and our leader. And Dan, he's pulled out that little lead again from Damien. So it looks like Dan's starting to get into his groove now. And Damien's about a second behind him, I'd say, at this point, maybe a second and a half. But it's these two are really, really flying in comparison to the guys behind them. It's quite a gap back to Tidders now. Tidders there in his Aston Martin, and Nordy's just sitting behind him. Let's have a look, see if he's doing any fuel saving. Nordy, no, he's revving out. So different strategies going on here, guys. What do you think?
Yeah, it's a weird one, because obviously you need the power going up the hill down into the centre S's. So sometimes if you're going to fuel save, you will lose some of that power coming out of that last corner.
Exactly.
You can see now Nordy's was lining up for a move, but that Aston is very fast out the corners. It just lacks in top end speed.
Yeah, it's going to be quite a battle, this, by the looks of things. Nordy is looking quite racy there at the minute. So he's looking all around the place to try and get past Tidders. But Tidders defending well at the moment, and he's not having any of that going on. So I've got a feeling this battle's going to run right the way through to the end of this stint. Let's have a look where Carlsberg is. He's not too far behind the leading two. Although, should I say, the two in front of him. For me, Carlsberg has made massive improvements. I've raced with Carlsberg a few times, but I think this season he's really got himself together, and he's doing really well in some of these races. So fair play to Carlsberg. Seems to be up in his game every time I see him.
Yeah, the Aston Martin looks to be suitable to his driving style. So he's doing really well in that. Yeah.
I've seen him, he's in one of the other series, he's driving, he's driving an Audi, I think it's a TT, and in fairness, I mean, he's very, very close to getting a win. As I say, he's improving all the time is Carlsberg. So it'd be really interesting to see if he can improve on 5th as Tiddy Milk gets in a little bit out of shape there, coming into the centre S's. So Tiddy Milk's chasing after Carlsberg for all he's worth at the moment. I think he's in the Ferrari, is he?
Yeah, the new Ferrari.
Yeah, he's in the Ferrari 9. What Ferrari is this?
296.
296. I was thinking of the Porsche 992. Yeah, no, you're right. It is. Yeah. So behind Tiddy, then we've got Dragon, and Dergview is all over the back of him. I think it's just a matter of time before he gets past the way he's going at the moment. Derg is giving Dragon a hard time, giving him lots to think about. So Dragon's going to have to be driving pretty defensively at this point in the race. And then we've got Hoyland just behind these two, keeping a close eye, just to pick up any scraps if these two make any errors. And I'm sure he'll be straight past if that's the case. Quite a way back then to Perez down there in 10th.
He's carrying a bit of damage.
He is, yeah, he's got some damage. So it only looks to be his front bumper. He doesn't look to have any wheel damage. So I don't know. It might not affect him too much. We'll have to see how that one works out for him in terms of lap times. So what's his lap times? Last lap was he's 134s, 134, 135. He seems to be pretty consistent. So I don't know when he picked that damage up, but his lap times are okay. Relatively speaking to all of his other lap times on the board there.
Yeah, it looks like it was lap 8, he were about 15 seconds off.
Yeah, 149 look. So yeah, it looks like he's fallen foul, and he's gone into the wall at some point on the course, but unfortunately we missed that. So onward and upward. Back to Retrovine then. He's caning that Chevy for all he can into the Retroposta. Foot to the floor.
Not doing too bad. 11 laps, he's still got over half a tank.
Yeah. So he's looking pretty good. This could well be a race of strategy. With I mean, it's a relatively short lap as well, a minute and a half, compared to some other laps that we've got in the series. I mean, 2 minutes. And you look at things like Le Mans, with sort of 4 or 5 minutes there. So yeah, it's a very, very different sort of track for this type of car. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if he can improve on 11th when all this sort of pans out at the end. See where he can put it. And AD then, just back there in 12th.
He's using a bit more fuel, so he's obviously not fuel saving.
No, I think he's probably giving it the beans, isn't he, to try and catch up to the guys up ahead.
Yeah.
So yeah, interesting to see how AD does as well. Speed Demon then, he's still down there at the back at the moment. Didn't we have 14 cars, guys?
We did. Who's left?
Yeah, it's
so somebody's gone.
Panos again, I think. Assuming he must have had more issues.
Yeah, so yeah, Panos is definitely off the tower there. So unfortunately for him, just make sure it was him. Yeah, it was Panos, wasn't it? Oh, we're having a bit of a close one there. Sorry guys, I'm going to just jump back 10 seconds and have another look at that. Oh, blimey. All over the back of Carlsberg. He's got the inside line for this corner, so he should make this stick. So he's gotten past Carlsberg then. I don't think Carlsberg's going to be able to retaliate now. Oh, I thought he'd had a nudge. There, I don't know. Let's just run that again from Carlsberg's perspective. See what actually happened.
No, he just raked himself.
He did, yeah. I think he just had a little bit of a rear end lockup. Carlsberg gets it all sideways then, trying to get the power down to catch up. But Tiddy's already gapped him by a few tenths there. So Carlsberg with a little bit of work to do then to try and catch back up to Tiddy. But yeah, he's not doing too bad. He's still holding 6th position. So it's not all bad for Carlsberg. Right, okay, let's have a look behind him. Then we've got Derg in 7th.
Doing really well.
Yeah.
Especially he span on lap 2, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
He went from 3rd all the way down to the back of the pack. So in 12 laps, he battled all his way back up to 7th.
Yeah, he's doing pretty well.
Very well.
Yeah, we definitely haven't had any pit stops yet. I haven't seen any go in on the tower. So, yeah, that 7th position there from the back is basically on merit. So, you know, fair play to Dirk. He's got the hammer down and he's getting it done, isn't he?
Definitely.
Hoyland then, he's in a battle with Dragon at the moment. Might be worth keeping an eye on this one for a few corners.
I think he must have just got past him, to be honest. I'm pretty sure
so
Hoyland were behind before.
Let's have a little look, shall we? Yeah, you're right, Dan. Let's see where he gets him.
No, I think he was out of the last corner because he was ahead by the start finish.
Yeah, I must have just missed that one. Okay, so Hoyland then puts himself up into 8th position, with Dragon then chasing him down. Try and take that position back if you can. Then we've got Perez down there in 10th. Let's have a look. Is he doing any fuel saving, Perez? Let's have a little look at his rev counter now as he comes. Oh, I thought he was going to lose the back end there.
Yeah, he is.
He is indeed, yeah. Cool.
That BM just really doesn't do it well, though, unfortunately, does it? Loses an absolute boatload of time fuel saving.
Yeah, it's a proper gas guzzler, isn't it? So there's Retrovine then, in that Chevy. He's not doing too bad. We'll see how he progresses. He's definitely one to keep an eye on, I think, in that car to see, you know, how that vehicle performs at this circuit, shall we say? AD then, back there in 12th. And Speed Demon still at the back there. Just think biding his time at this point.
Yeah, he's slowly catching that by lap.
Yeah. Jump back up to the front then. Look at this gap that Dan's now opened up to Damien. Jump back to Damien and let's jump on board with him just to have a quick look. Yeah, Dan's opened up a good couple of seconds on him now. We're starting to get some real heavy tyre wear going on with Damien. Dan's tyre wear, yeah, he's got a fair bit on especially on the right hand side, but he's got nowhere near as much wear as Damien at this point. So I think Damien might struggle to close that gap. And we might see Dan just sort of eke out a little bit more of a gap before they come in for the first pit stops. Tidders then, where's he sitting? Let's get back out with that camera. Okay, so Tidders has got Nordy still behind him. Nordy's not been able to find a way past as yet.
Yeah, that's the man run out of the corner is actually helping Tidders here.
Yeah, it's like you say, it does seem to have good speed, doesn't it, on them straights?
Yeah, it's just the very top end it struggles, which helps the McLaren stick with it.
Yeah. Ooh. I mean, he was quite close to losing the back end there, wasn't he?
Very lucky.
Yeah. Okay, so then let's drop back behind Nordy and see how Tiddy Milk's doing. Yeah, he's definitely catching, isn't he? Yeah. And Carlsberg has obviously dropped off the back of Tiddy Milk quite a bit there. In that he did overtake him, I think it was last lap, wasn't it? So yeah. He's definitely falling off the back of Tiddy. Similar tyre wear for these two, very, very similar. Fuel situation, Tiddy Milk's probably got an extra lap, maybe 2 laps than Carlsberg. So Carlsberg obviously not fuel saving at this point. No, there we are, we can see him revving out. And then Dirkview in 7th. Yeah, he's just under a quarter of a tank at this point. I didn't get a look at what Dan's fuel was at this point. Let's just jump back up there and have a little look.
Very good.
Yeah, some good fuel saving going on here. Still got way over a quarter of a tank, so probably got another, I don't know, 5 or 6 laps in there. Dan, what do you think?
Maybe a couple more.
Yeah, so we're just about to come round to start lap 16. So yeah, he's seems to be controlling this race pretty well at the moment, which seems to be a little bit of a pattern for this guy, doesn't it? We seem to be seeing Dan at the front for every race on this WEC at the moment. Just a shame I wasn't in the race, because obviously I'd have been ahead of him at this point, you know.
Yeah, we need to put some weight in the car for him to slow him down and bring him back to the back.
Yeah. What we need is a car that's about 18 foot wide in front of him.
Yeah.
You know, driving at about 35 miles an hour, really.
It's not very nice.
Yeah, he's in the pits.
I mean, let's have a look. Who's in there? Carlsberg. Let's have a look. Let's see what he puts on. Is he going to go for another set of mediums? Let's see if he fills up to the top with his fuel. How's he going to do this? Keep an eye on this, see what he does.
Well, he used just over 3/4 of a tank, so if he's going to put a fresh set of mediums on, I wouldn't go above 3/4 personally.
Exactly, yeah.
So it will be interesting to see how much he does, because you're just carrying that weight around you, which is obviously causing the tyres to wear a lot faster.
Of course, and I mean, if you're coming in still with 1/4 of a tank, I mean, as you say, you're carrying all that weight for absolutely no good reason. So it's just going to slow you down by a couple of tenths a lap, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
see.
Yeah, there we are. We're up to 3/4 now, and we're still going. Looks like he might be going for the full one.
Interesting.
So he's, I don't know, I think he's going to probably come back out on another set of mediums, don't you think?
Yeah, it wouldn't be softs, because the softs will just degrade so quickly around an anti-clockwise track.
Yeah, and then, I mean, the offset then, if you put the hards on, it doesn't sort of sit well with the fuel burn off either, does it? So
No.
it looks like, yeah, he's come out back on another set of mediums. So there we go. He gets on his way again then, and here comes Dan he's probably going to lap him, I would say, on this lap. He's got to get them tyres up to temperature as Carlsberg, with the leader hunting him down at this point.
Yeah, probably best to go through the next series and then try and possibly wait to the straight to let him pass into turn 1.
Yeah, there's no good him actually fighting with Dan at the moment, because he's a lap down. So yeah, he'll probably be getting the blue flags at this point anyway, I should imagine.
Yeah.
So he's going to know that he's going to need to pull over and let Dan past. Let's have a look, see if we can see any blue flags being waved. I haven't actually seen any as yet, have you? Oh, there we are. Yeah, it's just come up on the screen now. Yeah. So he'll be aware of that. So I'm sure that when we get to the next straight.
Yeah, to be fair, we were on the chat as well, and we'd discuss where we were going to let me pass. So.
Okay. Makes good sense, really. So here we go. This is obviously where it all happens. So down then, taking the outside line.
Yeah, Carlsberg just lift off, let him past.
Yeah, makes the move. Sensible there for Carlsberg. Doesn't want to get involved in a battle with the leader at this point. Look after his tyres and his fuel, and it may pay dividends a little later in the race. So I don't know if that fastest lap has changed, but we got Damien there on a 1:33.455, which surprises me that our leader hasn't put in a fastest lap at the moment. He's stretching his legs out front, isn't he? How far behind is Damien at this point? There we go. Let's have a little look on board.
Probably looking maybe 4-5 seconds. So he's stretching it.
He definitely is.
Mercedes ain't happy on that front right.
I'm going to say that. You can hear them tyres screaming. Poor things.
Yeah. And he's probably got enough fuel for another 3 or 4 laps there, but I don't know whether his tyres are actually going to allow that. We don't want to run him right down to fully red, because he will be like driving on an ice skating rink at that point. So let's have a look at Tidders. We haven't seen much of Tidders in this race, but let's jump back out and see where he is.
Still got Nordy right behind him.
He has, the same.
Yeah. In fairness, Nordy is keeping him honest, but Tidders is defending really well, because Nordy's been there for what, like 10 laps? Got to be 8 to 10 laps. He's been right behind him, and he's not been able to get past. So I think he's getting a masterclass here from Tidders in how to defend.
Yeah, I think it's going to become a freeway as well. Tiddy Milk is closing in on both of them.
I was just going to say, I think it's been costing Nordy a lot more as well, because I think he was revving it out, whereas Tidders isn't, so he's going to be using a lot more fuel and still not really getting any further forward.
So do you think it would make sense, based on what you just said there, Dan, for Nordy to maybe pit in and sort of, take that? Obviously, he's losing time behind Tidders. Do you think he ought to cut his losses and get in the pits and get a new set of boots on, and then go out with a bit of fresh air, a bit of clear air in front of him?
I suppose that's a difficult one, really. It's all going to depend on how you are in the situation, and sort of, I suppose at this point in the race you probably wouldn't, because as soon as you do something off strategy too early, obviously you can never really get that back. So you'd probably still end up costing yourself more time having that early pit stop than just obviously losing the time behind the person that you're behind. So yeah, okay. Tough call.
Yeah, I mean, if, for me personally, I get exactly what you're saying. I think if it was me, I probably would pit, and then maybe try and work out the strategy on the hoof. Maybe Likewise. Do a little bit more fuel saving to try and eke out them couple of laps that he's lost coming in early. Obviously, that's going to cost him a little bit of time as well, the more fuel saving he's doing. But I think, overall, I think he's losing more time behind Tidders here. But then, he might be sitting there for a reason, I mean, yeah. He's coming to the pits. There we are. So I think he must have heard us there, guys, and decided that enough was enough. So,
Second place is in the pits, Damien.
Yeah, there we are. So Damien's going to take on a boatload of fuel as well. There we are. There's Nord. He's just coming into his pit box anytime soon.
Like you were saying, I would have definitely pitted to get clean air away from Tidders.
Yeah.
By the looks of it, your tyres run out once the main part of your grip runs out once you've get down to a quarter of a tank. So if it was me, I'd probably only be doing 3/4 fill-ups stints every single time.
Yeah. I mean, he was going to be hurting his tyres in that dirty air anyway behind Tidders. So, tyre wear may have been a little bit more than what it would be if he was in clean air. But let's see how he comes back out now. The cars are well spaced out on track, for the most part. So let's have a look. He's got 3/4 of a tank. Is he going to go right to the top? And then let's see where he comes out. He's dropped back to 8th at the minute. So he's going to drop back now to 9th. Sorry.
I am surprised everyone's filling up.
Yeah, it doesn't kind of sit with the strategy, does it?
It doesn't make sense to me anyway. But then again, I ain't got much sense to begin with. But
having said that, you're a top split pro driver, Nate. So who are we to argue with you, eh?
But yeah, it just doesn't make sense. Why would you want to carry that weight?
Exactly. Yeah. But maybe he's going to go for a crazy bit of fuel saving, and he must be absolutely fuming because he's now got himself. He's come out right behind Derg.
Yeah. So Derg's jumped him.
Yeah, and Derg is going to be defending. So Nordy's gone from out of the frying pan into the fire a little bit, I think, here.
Yeah, because Derg pitted the lap before Nordy, so this is actually representative of their true places.
So he's got the undercut on him, hasn't he?
Yeah, so Derg could come out while you got Tiddy Milk in the pits now. After the first round, you can see Derg could be P3 overall.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So where he made that mistake on lap 2, touching the grass, in one race stint, he's gone from the back up to a podium position.
Yeah.
And Tidders is in the pits as well, so we will see in the next few seconds.
Yeah, it's all starting to shake up a bit now. So it'll be interesting to see where Tidders comes out, because he was holding a good solid third position there. So where is he?
But saying that, Tidders didn't fill up. He only filled up to 92%.
Okay, so Tidders he's got his head screwed on with his strategy and his fuel volume then. So he comes back out in 5th, and he's timed that just about perfectly, because he's now got bags and bags of clear air in front of him.
Yeah.
nobody in front of him for for probably about, I don't know, 10 seconds or more maybe. So Tidders.
Yeah, he's pulled a massive gap from Nordy as well. So that little bit of fuel that he didn't put in, it's going to save him so much time with some mil.
So I just saw a blue flag there. So who is he behind? He's behind Carlsberg, is he? Yeah, here we go. Oh, there's Dirk.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dirk is, Carlsberg. Carlsberg's been in. He's got a new set of boots on, 3/4 of a tank. Sorry, Tidders, Carlsberg, and where's Dirk? There he is. There's Dirk. So he's come out on the softs. Look.
Ooh, interesting.
That's interesting.
He's got the fastest lap of the race as well.
Yeah, I think he'll probably keep that if if he stays on the softs. I don't think anyone else is going to be on the softs by the looks, judging by the first round of stops. Everyone's staying with the medium compound. So yeah, that is going to be very interesting to see how that works out for him. Let's have a look at Dan then. Seems to take forever for these guys to get to these pit boxes. And just, come on guys, get this fuel in, get those tyres on, I want to get back out there. So let's get Retrovine then. Retrovine obviously hasn't been in yet. He's managed to get himself up to second with all the pit stops. Obviously he's got to come in himself, so he's going to be in. It's going to be 100% this lap. He's got no fuel left, so he's going to obviously drop back down the order somewhat. Where's Dan? How's he getting on with his pit stop?
Yeah, still trickling away.
Yeah. God, it's painfully slow, isn't it, this refuel? So he's on half a tank now. How far is he going to take this? Let's have a look.
Dan's tyres wasn't too bad. The Porsche looks after it quite well, so I wouldn't be surprised if he does about 92% roughly, maybe.
Yeah.
Just to give himself a little bit more breathing room in case any mistake. Oh, 88. Not far off.
He smashed it. He smashed it there, Nate. So our leader then, he's coming back out. I can't change camera while he's in the pit, sorry.
And he gets out just before Dean. Oh, Addy. Yeah, you do want Addy.
Yeah, it's a good thing he got out in front of him, because Addy could have held him up. Cost him a few seconds there, so good pit stop there by Dan. Well planned, as you said, Nate. He didn't fill up right to the brim, so that's saved him a good few seconds there, and he's kept his position in front of the guy behind him, so good stuff there from Dan. Let's have a look how far Damien is behind him on track.
8 to 10 seconds maybe.
Yeah. So that lead Dan has just chipped away at it over the first stint, and he's pulled out a nice little lead now, which is going to hold him in good stead for the next round of pit stops, obviously. So yeah, managed to get 23 laps out of those tyres, did Dan, or 22 laps. So yeah, interesting stuff. So if you're going to do the same again, 44. So how many stops did you actually make here, Dan?
3.
3 stops, okay. Yeah. So such a high volume of laps in this one, yeah. Where's Speed Demon then? Speed Demon in third in that Corvette.
He'll be coming in this lap.
He will be. Oh, blimey, that thing is running on memory at the moment. We've got absolutely no fuel in there whatsoever. Okay, so we won't stay with that one, because he's gonna probably be about half a minute in there. So Tidder's then in fourth at the moment. Still got no pressure from behind, and he's still got all that clear air.
Got Dirk challenging Carlsberg going into the first corner.
Yeah, let's have a look at that. I'm going to jump on board with Dirk just to have a look, see if we can get past him into the braking zone.
Yeah, he wants to get past Carlsberg ASAP because he's using softs. So he doesn't want to be stuck behind him. He wants to use those tyres to the best while he's got them.
So this is an unusual strategy here, because he's only done a couple of laps on them, hasn't he? And look at the wear on those racing softs already.
Yeah, he's been on him for about 5 laps so far.
Yes, it's not a lot, is it? When you consider the mediums, you're getting 22 laps out of them, and then them softs are wearing to that degree after 5 or 6 laps. I don't know. He's the one driving the car, guys, so maybe he knows what he's doing, but certainly doesn't look like it's going to be a great strategy from where I'm sitting. But, you know, I could be completely wrong, and let's see what he does. Maybe he's going to do a couple of stints on softs, I don't know. He may even do a stint on hards. I mean, could change this up completely.
Yeah, just needs a good last corner.
Yeah, if he gets a good exit here.
Yeah,
I think he's going
to. Yeah, he should. The Mercedes power up this hill should beat the Audi. Not the Audi, Aston, sorry.
Yeah, jump into drone view and have a little look.
Get some slip.
Yeah, he could have.
Carlsberg Lamb.
Yeah. So sensible driving there from Carlsberg. Didn't want to get involved in any shenanigans. So Dirk then gets himself up to 4th. Carlsberg then, yeah, he's still doing okay. He's still in 5th position. Nordy then just behind him in 6th. Let's get back to the outside camera so we can see what's going on. Tiddy Milk. Yeah, he has. Yeah, he's right behind Nordy now. He's in his slip. Is he going to have a go into the braking zone? Is he close enough? I don't think he is. Ooh, closing speed was quick there.
Yeah, that Ferrari does stop on the dime.
Yeah.
Very good brakes.
Yeah. What about the McLaren? Is pretty decent all-rounder, do you think?
I've only used it a couple times, but I'm not a big fan of it. Just the way it drives, it doesn't kind of suit. I like a loose rear end, so I can feel the rotate from the back.
Oh, you like a loose rear end, do you, Dave?
That's never going to leave me now. But yeah, but no, yeah, it doesn't really suit my driving, the way I like to drive a car. But I've seen it get put to good use by a few drivers. But then again, that's just probably a skill issue from my end.
Well, you know what? Everybody's got their favourite cars in the game, haven't they?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you know, you might not get on so well with McLaren, but jump in the Ferrari and you're 3 seconds a lap quicker. So horses for courses, I think. It's just what you prefer and what you feel comfortable with, isn't it?
Yeah.
I kind of have a similar opinion. I mean, not really driven that McLaren much, Group 3 or 4. Just doesn't seem to have the legs, you know. But then that could be a skill issue from my side as well. So who knows? Ferrari was looking a little bit wiggly there.
Don't know so much you can put the power down.
Yeah, exactly. So that Nordy's opened up that gap there now. So Tiddy Milk then still sitting in 7th. But we've got a battle going on here as well for 8th. So Dragon's got Hoyland crawling all over his back bumper at the minute. I do like the look of that Ford GT. Beautiful car.
It's beautiful in the night time.
Yes.
That pops.
Yeah, well, we're going to see it under them lights relatively soon. Or do the lights come on, Dan? Do we get to that point in the race?
I don't think there are any lights around here, to be honest.
Are there not?
No, not as far as I'm aware.
No, actually, looking around, you don't really see any, do you?
No.
Probably hence the reason it doesn't go pitch black. But I thought Dragon was going to run it wide then. Could have possibly picked up a penalty, but no, he kept it. He just about kept it on the curbs there, so no real issues. Oh, blimey, he's got a bit of a wiggle on there. Yes, he is. He knows he's got a Hoyland right behind him. Hoyland is seeing Dragon get a bit ragged here. That'll give him a bit of confidence to maybe have a stab into the next big braking zone, which is Joncar, which is where we are now. So let's see what sort of an exit Hoyland gets out of here. Has he got the legs up the hill to catch that Ford GT?
It's a repeat of the first stint. Hoyland was closing him down and just overtook him just before the pit stops, and then obviously Dragon's jumped him through the stops. Now he's got to do all the hard work again.
Yeah. So he's obviously not close enough on this one. So maybe if he gets behind him on the Retroposta as we go through Curva del Sol now onto the Retroposta. And you guys are so impressed that I'm reading off these corner names, I can tell.
Yep, mate, I think you're just making them up, mate, to be honest.
I think you might be. I just got a load of names up in front of me. Yeah, I just call this one that one. I just like the sound of retro pasta. It's, it sounds great.
Oh, he's
Damien's
lost it.
gone
Too
round.
much power.
Got to look on board at what happened there, guys. So let's have a look then. Obviously, we've got Hoyland sat right behind him, looking for that move. So he hits the brakes. Yeah.
Just got the power just too early. I mean,
too much outside curve as well, wasn't it?
Yeah,
he did. He put his right rear over the other side of the curb there, and it's just spun him round and got the power on. So there, he's lost himself a boatload of time here,
and he's got some damage as well at the beginning of the stint, halfway through.
Dear, that's not good, is it? So what's he going to do? Is he going to come in? Do you think? Is he going to get that fixed? Or is
it
all
going to depends on how it handles, really. Depends if he's going to get much understeer going through the corners.
Again, he's not got any damage to the wheels, so it might just be a very, very small aerodynamic issue, which is probably only going to affect him in the faster corners, I would imagine. But we'll keep an eye on his lap times just to see how, if it really has an effect on him.
Dogs in from his soft stint.
Let's have a look what he does then. Is he going to go with another set of softs? Is he going to go with mediums? Let's have a look.
After that, so he's half a tank. If you're going to do it, you're going to chuck mediums back on and then just fill up 3/4.
Yeah, exactly as you said. When we saw him out on them softs, I mean he's been carrying around all that fuel for absolutely no good reason, really.
Yeah.
So that's going to have cost him, several tenths per lap. Let's just have a look, see what he comes back out on. Be interesting. I can't imagine he'd do the same stint again on softs. He's going to be in the pits every 5 or 6 seconds. 5 or 6 laps.
Fully up. Is he coming out?
Look. It's still showing soft. Oh, he's gone on to the mediums.
Mediums, yeah.
Yeah, so he's giving himself a slap on the wrists, I think, there, and he's realised that them softs, there's just no longevity in them at all. So I think that's the last we'll see of the softs as far as Dirk's concerned.
Yeah, definitely. If he knew that they were only going to last that long, he would have only put in half a tank of fuel to begin with, to go out there instead of carrying 44% of the race fuel.
Yeah, he might just have had a small person sat next to him for the extra weight. It's makes a hell of a difference, doesn't it?
Definitely, especially in a route like the Mercedes.
Yeah, exactly. Right, let's jump back up to the front. We haven't had a look at how Dan's getting on for a few laps. So yeah, looking very, very good on them tyres. So I'm thinking he's done 7 laps on them tyres at the moment. And we've got very little wear, well over half a tank still, and still fuel saving obviously, but doesn't seem to be slowing him down at all, does it?
No, he's kind of got his head down now. Obviously he's given Damien the shakes, so Damien's dropped back a bit, so he's a bit more comfortable, so you can kind of settle into your own race home with him at that point of time. And he's got a couple of back markers as well behind him as well, so he's got that peace of mind.
Yeah, absolutely. He knows he's got a good buffer there. But how are you feeling at this point, Dan? Were you sort of driving 10 tenths, or you just sticking to that strategy, laser focused?
No, just sticking to the strategy really. Just keeping an eye on the lap times as well, trying to keep them as consistent as possible.
Yeah, in fairness there, I mean, you got 33s pretty much across the board, 134, 234s, so 154. That was your pit stop lap, obviously.
Yeah.
Yep.
So can we just jump on board a second, please? Sorry.
Yeah, of course. What were you looking for?
No, I just need to reset the
controls.
Oh, okay.
Controls.
So we'll. Do you want to take us round this lap then, Nath?
Yep, of course I will. So Dan's coming up towards the end of the track, end of the lap here. This final corner, which I class as the final corner, very tricky because if you get too much curve, it can throw you out to the outside, and it's easy to spin there as well. So yeah, Dan's just going through the motions right now, still doing a bit of fuel saving, and just watching Damien behind him. Damien's quite a bit of distance behind him, so he's not too worried now. So right now it's just consistency as he goes into the centre S's. Nearly took too much curb there, going into turn 1, but sorted out by the exit. Yeah,
so let's stay with this onboard lap then, Nate, if you don't mind taking us round the whole lap.
Yeah, that's not bad. So he's coming down into turn 4 here, braking just at the side road, just on the right hand side. Got to be so patient there to put power down, because if you run wide you will get plenty all spin. Now we're going uphill into the double right hander, normally down to the 4th. Dan goes down the 3rd, but he's just holding that tight angle and then you can just power out. Use as much curve on the left as the car will allow you to. Cut right there, and this corner just seems like it's going to last forever as you want waiting to get onto the power.
I think hurry up and wait is the expression for that one, isn't it?
This corner always catches me out because it takes forever for the car to rotate. You think that you need to be in a lower gear, but then when you put the power down, it just back end wants to swing around on you. And here we go into the final corner again. Just nearly missing the apex there, but he gathered it in by the exit, and then he's up the hill, coming up to the start finish line. So overall good lap there from Dan. He's just consistent. Just nothing's phasing him, not putting a wheel wrong. But saying that, this turn 1, like you saw with Doug on the second lap, you're too far over to the right. It is easy to spin the car around. You'll lose so much time.
Well, thanks to Dan there for taking us round. So yeah, he's driving it. He's basically controlled this race from the start of lap 1, isn't he? Really. So he kept a cool head. He built that gap up to Damien, and he's just expanded on that lap after lap, and he now finds himself in a very good position. So let's just have a quick look where Damien is on track. See if we can see where Dan is on the track map underneath.
Yeah, he's
there's several cars between. Yeah. So I'm just trying to decide if that is Dan in front of him or we've got back markers between them.
Yeah, there's 2 back markers in between him. You've got Doug and I can't remember who's in front of Doug when he came out of the pit stops.
Let's go to Doug and see where he is. So
Carl,
there's Doug.
Oh no.
Oh, Speed Demon.
Yeah.
Ah, there we are.
Yeah, so Doug and Speed Demon. So it's got a couple of cars in between them.
Yeah.
So
I mean, of course, I mean he's coming up for a lap ahead of these guys. So you know, in terms of track position, they shouldn't really affect Damien. You know, when he catches up to get past these guys, they should just move aside with the blue flags. But you know, it's not always as straightforward as that, is it? We've often seen things go wrong with people trying to get lapped, seen crashes. So yeah, hopefully these guys will be switched on and then see Damien behind them jump out the way when the time comes. So where's sorry, go on.
Yeah, they're actually doing decent lap times, nearly the same as the leaders. So I don't see Damien catching them up that quickly. I think you'll see them stick in between both Dan and Damien for a fair few laps until the next round of pit stops, at least.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But Carlsberg then, he's been into the pits, obviously. Got a brand new set of mediums on now. It's dropped him back to 11th for a minute. So, yeah, I think he was about 5th position, wasn't he, for a while. So, yeah, it's cost him a few positions, track positions. So we'll see how that sort of shakes out when the other guys up ahead have done their pit stops and see where he puts himself. Retrovine then, I think he was actually leading the race at one point, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, obviously he needed to do his pit stop, which he's now done.
He's come out on the hards as well.
Yeah, he has. Very, very interesting. I'm a little bit far away from my screen. That looked like RM to me, but I stand corrected. He's definitely on the hards.
Definitely on the hards. And his lap times are pretty similar to what he was on worn mediums, so it might benefit him.
It might do, because I mean, the potential is there. If he gets good wear out of those, is to just come in, save himself a few seconds, stay on this set of hards, and just pop some fuel in. But then, with half a tank, he's going to be seeing a lot more wear on them tyres at that point. So, yeah, it'd be interesting. I don't think I've seen any of these WEC guys actually use hards yet. So it will be interesting to see how this actually pans out for Retrovine.
He's steady. He's doing steady, so fair play to him.
Yeah.
Not the most easiest of car to drive, but he's doing a steady job.
All 37s, and he's got a couple of 38s there, but generally speaking, yeah, he's lapping the same time as he was, more or less, on their mediums. So fair play to him. He's found his groove. I've just had a message come up, guys, that my internet is poor, so I hope I don't lose you.
Put some more money in the machine.
It won't be the first time it's happened, that's for sure.
Oh, it's the heat.
Yeah, it must be the heat. I mean, I'm sitting in this little office. I've got about 4 fans going, and it's absolutely roasting. So, yeah, probably need to go and shower myself down after this, guys. The excitement's all too much for me.
Oh man, you need to calm down. Don't want to call an ambulance.
So I think we got a new fastest lap as well, haven't we? We got Dirk View. He's popped in a 1:33.1.
That's been there. I think that's been there for some time when he popped on the softs.
Of course, yeah, he did, didn't he?
But yeah, he popped on the softs for those that 10, 15 laps stint.
Mm-hmm.
So he just unless Dan puts on a set of softs towards the end, which he might do. He's had a habit of doing that, haven't you, Dan?
Can't possibly comment.
Just to get that extra point for the fastest lap, but that's a good lap. And again, the Mercedes, very good lap indeed.
Back up to the front then, and Dan, see how he's getting on.
In fact, we're very close to it on the mediums.
Yeah, lap 29, 1:33.2.
So the only thing I do miss here is the actual physical time gap between the car and the car behind you. I would love to see that maybe in one of the updates. I don't know whether it's in the pipeline for the game. I don't know, but certainly for when you're commentating on these races, it would give you that little bit of extra information, and would be interesting to see how the times ebb and flow through the stints.
Yeah, definitely.
You'll have to commentate on one live.
Oh yes, well yeah. I mean, we do have a commentator that can do that. It does that, doesn't he? I myself have not commented on a live one as yet, but never say never.
I'd happily join you for it.
What are you racing?
Yeah.
We'll definitely have to
be interesting.
Sort that out. I think. Yeah.
You're saying you need some entertainment while you're racing, Dan?
No. Keep something to keep me concentrated. To be fair, so I'm not distracted by everything else.
I'm sure I just saw him flick some ash out the window. I'm sure he's having a cigarette.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
He's chilled out there. He's got his seat in the deep recline position. He's had himself a quick cigarette. So back to business for Dan then. He's had his little break.
I'm surprised he doesn't stop for a Happy Meal drive-through.
Yeah, he's got the time to do it. Yeah, I think I've heard that they're giving away little dinosaurs in the Happy Meals this week. So yeah, if that's your bag, then fantastic.
But no. So we're just coming up to the halfway point of the race, actually. So what are you looking at? 38 laps. Are you looking what? Maybe 72 overall? Dan?
Yeah, I think it'll be a bit more than that. What? It's 75, 76 or so, maybe.
Okay.
I know. Well, obviously there's got time for at least another one before the halfway point, and then you're gonna obviously have a you're going to have a couple of pit stops that are going to cost you a couple of minutes. But yeah, I'd imagine 74, 75, 76, something like that. I can't actually remember.
Okay, cool.
And he's certainly into a groove at the moment, isn't he?
I was trying to keep every lap under a 134, to be honest. That was what I was concentrating on, just to try and keep myself going.
Yeah, I mean, considering, you know, the fuel saving that you have been doing, and to still eke out this lead, it's pretty impressive stuff, mate, to be honest.
Thank you.
Right, pints are on you. Let's have a look how far behind him Damien actually is on track now then. So if we look at the track map, obviously Damien's the big red one. So it looks like we've got 2 between him. Dan's on his way down that start-finish straight now. So yeah, he's got a sort of 15, maybe even more second lead there now. So he's going on for having a pit stop in hand here. Obviously it's going to put him in a great position for the rest of the race if he can get in and out the pits and get back out in front of Damien on merit. So I think Dan is setting himself up there for a great result.
Need a bit more than that.
I'm not going to tempt fate and say anything, because although this race has already been run, the commentator's curse might still be there. I don't know. It seems to be happening all the time lately when I open my mouth. So I'm just gonna be very conservative and say absolutely nothing. Tidders has had a very quiet race. He's still in third. We haven't really spent much time with Tidders because he's just plodding away there, you know, ticking the laps off. A fair way behind Damien, and obviously, well, Nordy's just ducked into the pits actually. So the next guy behind him is going to be Hoyland. So he's just coming up through Juncal, and Tidders is into the S's? No, he's further than that.
He's up to turn 6 and 7.
Yeah, Tidders has got a massive lead on Hoyland at the moment. Looking pretty ropey on them tyres, so it's very feasible that Tidders might even come in this lap. I don't know. Maybe eke one more out of it. We'll have to see.
His times have been dropping off, especially the last one into the 135s. So it all depends. Him and Nordy's been having a nice little battle throughout the whole race. So it all depends. He might run it down to the end, because on his first pit he only put just over 90 litres of fuel in the car. So I think he will actually go until he actually needs to. But he could prove me wrong this lap.
I mean, as it's a sort of an anti or a counterclockwise circuit, there's always going to be more left turns, which is going to give you obviously more right tyre wear. But yeah, he stayed out and he's going for another lap. So I mean, he could potentially get another lap after this, yeah, but I don't think he's got many more on this set of tyres, to be honest.
No, we've got Damien in the pits as well, so
yeah,
P2.
there he is.
Oh, we've had a spinner.
Have we? I missed that one.
Yeah, after turn 5. Don't know who it was.
Let's just have a look.
Not Hoyland. No.
Sorry, who did you say it was?
Oh, I don't know. It was. I think it might have been Nordy actually.
Hey, he's dropped back to 7. Should we have a look at Nordy?
I know he went into the pits.
Let's have a look.
Yellow.
I think it was.
Speed Demon, was it?
Yeah, it's whoever's in front of him. In front of him
Demon.
on track. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there he is. Let's have a look. What caused that then?
I think it was similar to before. He's just come out of turn 4, put the power down a little bit too much, ran wide, and possibly gone onto the AstroTurf.
It looked to be a bit further around though, didn't it? So
no, he's managed to get around there, okay.
Too much inside.
I got a feeling he had a slight drift on there coming out of that left.
Yeah.
I think he might have put a tyre off the track, a rear tyre, and it put him into a slight drift. I don't think he was able to recover that. So a bit unfortunate there for Nordy. For Speed Demon.
And he's damaged the front wheels as well.
Yeah, so that's quite substantial damage. So Nordy then, he's just going to breeze past. No, without any problems at all. So Speed Demon's going to be kicking himself, and probably a little bit of bad language to add to it in that helmet going on as well. So yeah, is he going? I mean, fortunately, he's got a lot of wear on the tyres. He's got a quarter of a tank, but you know, it's not the start of a stint, so he might not lose quite as much time as we thought he may. I personally think he might come in this lap, but we'll see as he comes around the corner now.
It all depends, because he's damaged both fronts. It might counterbalance itself.
It might well do. And he's staying out, look. No, he's not.
No,
he's in.
He's in.
He's decided he wants to get that car repaired and give himself the best opportunity he can. So interesting to see how long that repair takes. So I'm going to stay with this just for a second, guys.
Yeah, I was just going to say the same thing as well, to be fair. So yeah, it would be interesting to see.
But do they do the repairs before they start changing the tyres?
No, it's at the end. They put the tyres on, then refuel, and then the repairs at the very end. Then it's normally 2 or 3 seconds.
Let's see when he stops the fuel. Well, the tyres all automatically get fixed as soon as they change.
Yes, you're right. They're not flashing anymore, are they?
No.
I still think it does take the time, though. I think there's 2 separate categories, so it'll do. There'll be some time taken for the suspension and then some for the aerodynamics.
He's still going with the fuel. He's going obviously to the top by the looks of things. So there we are. He's brimmed it. And how long is this repair going to take now? It hasn't actually come up on the screen. When you're actually in the cockpit, it brings up a timer, a separate timer, doesn't it?
By the looks of it, it was about 4 seconds.
Yeah.
So as long as he doesn't come out of here and put it in the wall, he's all good. So Perez has just flown past him then, out onto the back straight. Speed Demon comes out there. He's got Dirk in 5th position just behind him. So yeah, Speed Demon's obviously there, sat in 12th position. He's going to be getting the blue flags to get himself out the way of who was behind him? I've forgotten who was behind him. Dirk View, yeah. So headlights blazing now, guys. So we're starting to see a little bit of dark creeping in. As you said, Dan, it'll stay about this level now, yeah?
Possibly a bit darker, but yeah, it did definitely get more difficult as the light dropped.
Yeah, as you said, there's no sort of track lighting around here. I don't know whether, you know, maybe picking your braking spots might become a little bit more tricky. I don't know. Still looks to be a little bit of light out there at this point.
Yeah, definitely not too bad at this point. Yeah, and like I say, obviously it never got completely dark, but one of the more difficult things was on the infield section. You could see one of the blue flag lights. I'm taking it that one that were just on the left then, so you could see it on your left hand side, and that were quite off-putting. So yeah, going through a completely different part of the track and could see a blue flag on the start finish that were obviously nothing to do with anything you were doing.
Right. Yeah, they're glowing quite brightly, them blues, aren't they?
Yeah.
So there he is, Speed Demon. Then behind him, we've got Addy, still in 13th there. Fastest lap hasn't changed since we last had a look, so that one stood for quite a few laps now with Dirk. And let's jump up the front then. We haven't seen our leader for a few laps again. See how he's coping with this failing light situation.
He'll be coming in.
Yeah, he's practically out of fuel right now, so this is a no-brainer. He's definitely going to be in this lap.
With the Porsche, Dan, do you find your lights to be have like a tinge of red to them when you're driving?
Not that I've noticed, to be honest. And to be fair, a track like this I find quite weird with the whole light, because obviously you're always looking slightly ahead of yourself. And with there being so many changes of direction all very close together, I don't think the lights ever really are in a position for you to see anything. So yeah, that were a strange one. Don't know if that was just me and the way my brain works, but yeah.
A completely random question there from Nath.
Yeah.
Because when you look at the new Porsche, the 992, the headlights look red.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. Red.
Yeah.
Do you know, I've not noticed it, if I'm honest. I really haven't.
But no, if you ever look at it, it looks like they're coming through red at certain stages.
Yeah, we'll have to have a look at that. We'll see if we can have a look.
It's quite white.
too bright there, aren't they? You can't tell. But yeah,
I tend to go with the yellow covers on most of mine, to be honest. Makes a bit of the glare.
Flip there, didn't it?
Yeah, like there. I can't stand the yellow tinge on the headlights. No, it puts me well off.
Well, it's in case you want to take the car to France or something, I guess. So,
yeah.
You have to have tinted headlights on the continent in Europe. So I think that's still the case. I don't know.
But we just chuck the car on the trailer. They're not illegal.
Yeah, but when you consider that the police are not really going to catch you in this, are they?
No, true. Good point.
I think you do pretty much what you want.
Depends if you're driving or not.
Well, I mean, if I'm driving, I'm not going to get to the next corner before getting the stop, am I?
But, only kidding, of course.
I don't believe a word of it. So then Dan is coming out of the pits, got his new set of boots on and a full tank of fuel. That was pit stop number 2.
Yes.
So he's already sort of given us a hint that he's the 3-stopper. So he's gonna take these tyres and his tank right down as low as he can get them. Still fuel saving at this point, Dan?
Yeah, massively. It was extremely annoying when I were coming out the pits and they were over revving my car. I was just looking upset, like I need to save that fuel. Please stop revving it.
Yeah. The game does it automatically, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little bit annoying. I got to be honest.
I would like in off topic in the next one is that we actually can drive into our pits ourselves.
Yeah, it would definitely make it a lot more interesting. I know a few other games are a lot more like the player has to do a lot more of the pit entry and everything, and turn the pit lane speed limiter on and everything, and drive like into a specific place in your box, and if you miss it, it costs you time, and yeah, it would definitely make things a lot more interesting.
We do have that option within this game to do that, I think, don't we?
Do we?
I'm pretty sure you can have manual or automatic pit stops, unless I'm mixing it up with maybe Assetto Corsa. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you might be, because that it's Assetto that I was thinking of.
Yeah. Okay.
I think I've definitely never seen anything in this.
Because with the Assetto Corsa as well, I mean, I don't want to talk about that too much because we're playing GT, but you have to do manual driver change as well, don't you?
Yeah. And switch the engine off while they servicing the car and stuff.
That's it, yeah. But enough about Assetto Corsa.
Yep, let's get back to
right, let's jump back to, so obviously it's gotten a little bit darker, so we're full on headlights at this point now. I'm just looking for that red tinge that Nate was mentioning.
Yeah, it's just on angle. So obviously from head on they look white, but then just wait till it goes sort of halfway through a corner, which it's not going to give a decent camera angle for by the looks of it.
You might not believe this, guys, but I thought there was a bit of a green tinge about them. But I am red-green colourblind, so you know what I mean.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it just showed up a little bit in the middle of the corner. Then I don't know if you. And
yes, there it is. Definitely saw it there.
Just seems to be side on. Yeah.
Interesting stuff. Well spotted, Nath. I'm very impressed. Very impressed. Not that it makes one iota of difference.
It still comes out white.
Yeah, absolutely. There you are, look. Absolutely, that was bright red there as he turned left into the Senna S. Every day's a school day.
Indeed.
Absolutely nailed it, mate. Nailed it. Right, okay, enough of Dan for a minute. Let's have a look at his direct competition, which is Damien at this point. With the way the cars are spaced out, it's getting pretty difficult now to see how far ahead Dan is. So let's just have a look. So there's his red triangle.
It looks like he's closed in a little bit at this point.
He's inside. I think that's the Ferradura.
Yeah, I think it's about 7 or 8 seconds at this point.
Yeah, it's actually, yes. That is, he definitely has caught you up a bit, Dan, I think.
Yeah.
So it could be squeaky bum time for our leader.
Or was that just the fact that Dan filled his car all the way up this time and Damien didn't?
Yeah, that may well be the case. Obviously, going to save him several seconds, isn't it?
Yeah.
What happened there with Damien? Obviously Damien was let by. Paris is being lapped there. I did see Tidders get himself up to second, but he's now dropped back then to third. Obviously that was a pit stop where Damien came in. Where's Nordy?
Still there in fourth. Yeah, still there in fourth. Looks like he's reeling Tidders back in again.
Yep. Let's have a look at the gap, see if we can physically see it from in the cockpit. So there's Tidders just gone round the right. It's not really a lot in it now. About 4 or 5 seconds, I think. So Tidders should be just going through Joncal now. Yeah, there he goes. As Nordy brakes. Get yourself a good exit here. Don't go wide onto that grass or it will spin you. So yeah, I think he has made a bit of impact on Tidders actually. So where's Tiddy Milk in relation then to Nordy? So he's not a million miles behind either, is he?
No, because if you remember, they just before the first pit stops, all three of them were very close together.
Oh, I can't remember that far back. So it looks like Tiddy Milk's got a bit of a light show going on at the moment.
Yeah, he's going through the local Halfords and they just boiled a load of it on.
I think they must have just sort of saw him coming and thrown him, and that's where they've landed. But it looks like he's doing rally stage in the Breckfast Forest at the moment. All them lights, as far as I'm concerned, are adding extra grams of weight. So I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. He'll certainly be able to see where he's going, but he might be going a little bit slower, I don't know. Carlsberg then.
Sorry, I was just going to say, I'm not sure if we mentioned it earlier, but there's some of the AM guys in with the Pro-Ams. So the battle between Nordy and Tiddy Milk is for the leader of that as well.
Of course, okay. Yeah, it's a twin lobby, isn't it? I kind of lost sight of that fact, to be honest. But yeah, you're quite right, Dan. Tiddy Milk doing a decent job then. And Carlsberg, in fairness, he's sort of stayed just above mid-pack for pretty much all of this race. So yeah, I'm getting quite impressed with Carlsberg.
Mr. Consistent.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look at his lap times there. 35, 35, 35, 36, 35, 34, 36. You know, he's all of his laps are within, a few tenths, really. So really can't fault that, in fairness. Where's Hoyland then? Hoyland's in 7th. I haven't seen much of Hoyland this race. It's been a pretty lonely race for him.
He had a battle with the Ford GT, didn't he, in the early stages?
He did. He had a little bit of a battle. That's obviously sort of run its course now because of the strategies and the different pit stops. So Hoyland then out on his own at the moment. But like I said, I always say, when you've got nothing in front of you, it gives you the opportunity to sort of dig in and see if you can nail those lap times and try and pick up a couple of seconds if you can to the guy in front when he next comes in for his pit stop. Dirk there, back in 8th position.
Just made a pit stop and come out on a new fresher mediums. I think that stint on the softs might come back to bite him at the end of the race.
Yeah. I'm just looking at that fuel level now, and we're on lap 47. If he's got maybe 20 laps in there, I think he's got enough to go to the end if he fuel saves. You touch and go.
Yeah, I think it's going to be in the 70s. The actual lap count. So,
oh yeah, you probably will need another stop then.
yeah, he will need a splash and a dash.
Yeah,
which he might use just to put on the soft tyres again.
I was just about to say maybe he'll do his last little few lap stint on the softs just to see if he can reel a couple of cars in and maybe nick a couple of positions right at the death, really.
Yeah,
where's
definitely.
Paris? We haven't seen much of Paris either, have we? I do like the livery on that car. I know we've seen the Skechers livery over a few of the series the last year or so. But I do like that livery. It's quite tidy.
It is. I think I last saw it on the Ferrari when it was a one-make championship on a Sunday.
Do you know the last time he's on the grass there. The last time I saw it was, and Dan will testify to this. Do you remember Aspect?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
In when we did the Group 4 series, he was driving a Skechers Aston Martin, wasn't he?
Well, Nath will remember that too as well because he was in it with us.
Was he really?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so I really am Captain Slow then, aren't I?
So yeah, that was in the Aston Martins, wasn't it?
Yeah, the three of us started all at the same time, so yeah, we were all in that league together.
Yeah, I mean, I've purposely driven slow so I can stay in the lower leagues.
Why did I think of that? So yeah, that was good. That was the first time I started doing the Sundays.
But I mean, that was before we did time trials, so you know they were a little bit mixed, those lobbies, and probably a little bit unfair at that point. But I mean, it was my first series, that was, so I had no experience of racing. Guys probably realised as I was blocking you and ramming you off the road, you know.
Well, it was the same for me, and as far as I'm aware, it was the same for Nath as well. It were both our first seasons as well. I'd never done anything with online racing before that.
Yeah.
So you two guys have progressed really, really well through the ranks. Just a shame, Dan, that I mean, circumstances were that you would have been in the top split for this series, obviously battling with Nath. You know, I'm sure that battle is going to rear its head again in the next couple of series.
Yeah, no doubt.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, if he's still at the top, or it will be me dropping down and meeting him halfway.
Yeah, it's all about just staying above the bottom three, really, isn't it? You know, I mean, as the you know, top split is top split. So, you know, even if you do finish top three, you're not going to progress from there. There's nowhere else to go, is there?
No, definitely not. But
so,
it's good that we've got the Ultimate Racing League has leagues for everybody.
Yeah.
No matter what your skill level is. So
absolutely, definitely.
It's not all aliens in every single league. You can get some really good battles throughout each division. So.
Yeah, I would say, you know, the same as Mark, that anyone that's sort of watching this and is you know, is interested in maybe having a look and getting involved, just go to the website and look up the URL Racing League, and then, you know, from there you can drop a message in and get yourself into one of the leagues, which we do a regional league now, which is sort of the entry league, and then see if you can battle your way up to the top leagues. Great community of drivers, everybody's really friendly. Great, clean, respectful driving as well from pretty much all the guys. Obviously get the occasional ding dong, but in general, you know, most of these guys pretty respectful on track. So yeah, you know, if you do fancy it and you're impressed by what you're seeing, give it a blast.
We also have open lobbies on a Friday. Alex hosts them, I believe. So if you don't want to get into a championship, you can go in and see what pace you've got against some of the guys that have run on a Sunday.
Yeah, why not? It's certainly a feel-good factor when you jump in, and obviously, you know, when you're first into this, you're never going to be right at the top, but you know, you can see your progression through the races, and it is a real good feel-good factor. Well, it was for me anyway. You know, I mean, I won my first race, I think, in my first series. Thought I was king of the world, and still nearly finished last mine, but there you go. but enough about me, guys.
Hey, sorry.
It's a big fall from grace.
Yes, absolutely, it is. Yeah. Can you imagine what it's like for the guys who are actually really in the cars in real life? I mean, it must be a killer. But,
It is.
There we go.
It is on board.
Oh, look at that with the lights on that thing. That is beautiful. I think we'll just do the rest of the race with this car then.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Poster car ready, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. Yeah. It's just the right colour, isn't it, to set them lights off. Very nice.
Yeah. So
Dragon.
What was it? Yeah, Dragon. So we got, what was it, just over 37 minutes left?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, got a couple of close battles. Well, it looks of it on the track map, but they could be lapped cars.
I would say we're looking at maybe if you're a minute and a half lap, we're probably looking about another 17 laps. So we might be finishing under the 70. What do you think? I mean, Dan obviously probably better placed to answer that one.
Like I said, I can't exactly remember, but just basing it off 40-minute points, we're 2/3 of the way in, so it's going to be 74, 75.
Yeah, Dragon's just picked himself up. Is he going to get another one as well? That's going to be a full second penalty, I think. Yeah. It's a 1.5 seconds. So coming up that hill out of Joncao, that is going to slow him down big style. Who's he got behind him at this point? He's got Speed Demon there. I got a feeling 1.5 seconds. Could be touch and go. If he's not going to get past him, he's certainly going to be right with him, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he's going to end up losing at least 3 seconds.
Yeah.
At least 3 seconds in that.
Of course, I mean, you've got to get yourself back up to full speed and momentum. The car behind you already at full tilt. So there's a very good chance he's going to lose this. I'm just wondering if Speed Demon can actually see that logo above his car to say he's got a penalty. Can't see it from here. So is Speed Demon aware that Dragon's got a penalty?
I don't think he will be.
No, he's just going to see that car slow down in front of him, and he'll be licking his chops, I'm sure of it. There it is. Oh, what's he doing?
That looked a bit dodgy, actually.
I am going to go back and have another look at that. He's put his wheel on the grass, hasn't he? That's what he did. He's put his rear right on the grass. It nearly chucked him round.
A bit naughty.
There is a thing in GT7 with a penalty system when you get like that, where if you put your wheels on the grass, it shortens the time of the penalty.
So a bit of gamesmanship going on there, you think, yeah?
It's not really best practice.
No, let's just say people have been banned for it.
Okay.
So
I have to say, guys, I'm not really aware of that. So thank you for enlightening me on that one.
No worries.
It's not best practice, but obviously that would have to be looked into if it's been reported or whatnot. But obviously you don't know how much he did by that kind of camera view, how much he did put on the side. But yeah, it's not best practice. Let's just put it that way.
We'll leave it at that. I mean, we can't prove that was what actually happened, so yeah,
exactly.
Just leave it at that for that. Yeah, I mean, if there's any questions, I mean, I'm sure the stewards will clarify any penalties or any issues. But by the by, he's coming into the pits at the end of this lap anyway, because he's nearly out of fuel.
Could be his last pit stop as well. So
yeah, it could well be. If he's going to go on to another set of mediums, it's going to give him 20 plus laps, isn't it? So yeah, you're probably right there, Nath.
Yeah, last pit stop, fresh set of mediums, I believe. There's no point going on softs or hards. It's just you're just losing too much time.
Yeah.
And whatever time you gain on the softs, you're going to lose it when they wear down.
I mean, really speaking, the only time you're going to jump onto softs is when there's just 5 laps left, because that's pretty much all they're good for, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
So let's let him get on with his pit stop then.
They'll do 10.
Say again, Dan, sorry?
They'll do 10.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's basically Dan saying he's pitting 10 laps before the end for softs to get a fastest lap.
Yeah. Be interesting to see that, but yeah, he's letting the cat out of the bag there, isn't he?
Oh, dearie me.
So Carlsberg's now dropped back to 10th, so he was holding a decent sort of 6th position. So obviously he's been in for another pit stop. So is that going to be Carlsberg's last stop? I don't know. It doesn't look like he's taken on a full tank, does it?
No, he pitted about 4 laps ago. So if you're looking for, that would be, was it 49 laps? So we're thinking in the mid 60s. He could possibly, depending on fuel saving. It looks like he is doing a bit of fuel saving.
Let's just keep an eye on him down through these next couple up the hill, and then just see what he's doing. You're probably right, I would imagine, Nath.
So he might be thinking that he could eke it through, but that's what I would be trying to do, because you just lose too much track time just to go in for a bit of splash dash.
Is he going to be told now what to do? Because he can see Nordy. You can see Nordy breathing down his neck.
Personally, I would do pretty much the same as he did previously on the first stint. As soon as Nordy comes up,
Nordy's lapping him anyway, so Carlsberg will, he'll be obliged to let Nordy by regardless.
Yeah,
so in he comes then.
Nordy's
Tiddy Milk.
Yeah,
Tiddy Milk.
Tiddy Milk's in the pits.
Oh, it wasn't Tiddy Milk just ducked in. Tiddy Milk's back out. So it would have been
Nordy that went in.
It was Nordy, was it? Where is he? There he is. Let's just have a look, see what Nordy does here.
This will be his last pit stop.
It will be.
So he's going to in Tiddy, won't he?
Yeah, interesting to see where Tiddy is. Because Tiddy, by the time he gets round this lap, it's going to be touch and go, with these two. I don't quite know whether Nordy's going to get out in front. He's obviously going to look at how many laps of fuel he needs. And I got a feeling he's going to go right to the brim here.
Yeah, I'm surprised he went so early then, to be fair. I'd personally done an extra lap or two just to get the time up a bit. Just if you base it on doing half an hour stints, then obviously you've got your 3 stops and your 4 stints straight to the end, whereas this is obviously just a lap early.
Yeah, so there we are then. He's filled it right up to the petrol cap. So that's got to be his last stop, isn't it? Got to be.
It looks like he's jumped him.
Yeah. So there's Paris in 6th. Nordy in 7th then. So, sorry, who was he battling with? Wasn't it?
Tiddy Milk.
Yeah, no, Tiddy Milk, yes. He's down there in 9th. Milk? I think he was. He was Tiddy. So there's Tiddy, and then you've got Speed Demon, and then you've got Nordy. So if he has undercut him, he's undercut him by a chunk of time.
Oh no, it was Tidders. It's Tidders he's battling. I think it was. Was it? I can't remember now.
No, Tidders has pretty much stayed top 3 all the race, hasn't he?
It was early on. They were 3rd and 4th. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Nordy's actually dropped back by quite a bit then, isn't he?
Well, I'm assuming Tidders will have to pit in the next few. It's got a decent amount. It's just under half tank actually, but
I don't think he's got another 10 plus laps on them tyres though, do you?
Oh no, he'll have to stop again. Can't see that going to end.
No, I'll be doing it down and going onto the softs for the last dash.
Talking of our leader, let's jump up. We haven't had a look at him for a couple of laps. So it looks like he's just passed a couple of back markers there. So he's now into clean air again.
Yeah, it was quite enjoyable that actually. It were keeping me concentrated as well. I were having someone to chase. So yeah, I did enjoy it.
Yeah, obviously the guys they're going to do their best to try and let you past in the most advantageous place for them, so they don't lose too much time either.
Yeah, exactly. I don't see, for me, I don't like someone to have to completely back off to let me pass. Just obviously don't do anything silly. Either just slightly lift down a straight or whatever, and I'll find my way.
Yeah.
So
If they try and do it in the wrong point, it could cause accidents. But most of them are quite smart. They do it at the right times.
Yeah. I mean, most of the guys know these tracks inside out, so they're going to know the best places to let these things happen. But I quite like this. It's not quite dark, it's not quite light, so you got full headlights, but you can still see the cars, still see the names. Excuse me. Yeah, mate. Sorry about that. Let me went down the wrong way. So there's our leader then, looking very comfortable at the minute. Let's jump back to our second place man, Tidders. So Dan is now, he's into lap 58. And Tidders then, yeah, he's still way behind, isn't he?
Yeah, he'll need another pit stop.
Yeah. And then Damien looks like he's possibly good to go till the end.
Yeah, definitely. Where's Dan compared to Damien then?
I'm a couple of corners behind.
Behind or in front?
Behind.
So let's just jump. If you have a look on the track map, there's Dan in red there,
I think.
and then Damien. Oh, blimey, miles behind.
Oh, so obviously Damien's come in. Yeah, Damien came in last lap. So Dan's still got one pit stop to do. So that obviously shorten that gap.
It will do. But do you know? I think when Dan comes out, I don't think Damien's going to be that far behind him. Maybe 5 or 6 seconds. So we could have a little bit of a battle to the end. Obviously, Dan's going to, it depends on what tyres he puts on. I think he might have already let the cat out the bag. So, yeah. So if he does jump on the soft rubber, he's going to have a speed advantage anyway. So, might be. Look at this. Damien's putting in fastest sector times. So is that fastest lap going to get beaten on this one by Damien? I can't really see it because that lap was made on soft tyres. So unless Damien is on an absolute mission here, I can't really see that lap time being beaten, but it'd be interesting to have a look. He's coming close to the end of the lap, so we'll just keep a quick eye on this one.
A tidy middle section from him.
Only 3/4 of a tank as well, which is going to benefit with fresh tyres. So
sure. So as he drops down now to John Cow, comes up the hill. He's still on a personal best by 2.5 tenths. So it'd be interesting to see how far behind that fastest lap he is. So 1:33.1 is his target. He's done a 1:33.4.
I'm going to say maybe a 33.2.
He's staying tight as well. He knows it, doesn't he? 1:33.2. Yeah, he nailed it, Nate. Spot on. So he's only a tenth outside. So that's pretty good going considering he's in that Merc as well.
Yeah, under on the medium tyres. So yeah, it's just that middle sector where he's losing the time compared to the fastest lap.
And I mean that tenth could have just been a metre. He might have braked a metre early, something silly like that. But that's all it takes, isn't it?
It does. It's very fine margins.
Yeah, it's that close. I mean, we're talking thousands or hundredths and even thousandths of a second now with these guys at this sort of level. So really, really interesting stuff. So let's go back to the top and then go right through the field and just have a look at where everybody is and what they're doing as we go on to lap, or as we're on to lap 60 then. Excuse me again. So there we are. We've got our leader then way out in front at the minute. And Tidders is behind him in second position. Obviously both on medium tyres. Tidders got quite a lot of wear going on there, so he is, as you say, guys, going to be in shortly. Damien then, he's on a new set of mediums, so he's going to the end. Dirk, he's going to have to pit again, isn't he?
Yeah, definitely.
And then we've got Perez. Yeah, same with Perez, who's having a great battle with Nordy right now. And this is actually for track position as well. So Perez has got the inside line there. How is...
Perez just managed to keep ahead at the time. Obviously, Perez will need to make another pit stop. So it is for track position at the moment, but not for overall place at the end of the race. And there we go, Nordy's just gone down on the inside of Perez.
A great move that, to be fair, wasn't it?
It was indeed. Very...
Sorry about that, gents. My headphones disconnected.
I just can't get the start.
I had one job.
So yeah, Nordy just overtook Perez in the infield section.
Okay. Yeah, I missed a few seconds of that commentary there. Sorry.
And that's okay.
So where were we? Yeah, we were at Perez when I had my my technical issue. So Perez then, yeah, definitely coming into the pits again. Titty Milky's good to the end by the looks of things. So he's looking in. Well, Titty Milk could well get up to. I don't know. Do you think a podium's possible for Titty?
I think at the moment he might be in net 4th place overall. Fifth place, sorry. Overall, because obviously you got Nord. Tidders will need a pit. He should come back out in 3rd. You've also got Derg in 4th. He will need another pit stop. And Perez. So you're looking, he's probably about in that 5th position at the moment.
Yeah. So he just needs to keep his head down and just keep pumping them laps in right now.
Yeah, definitely.
So Hoyland is good till the end. So his potential for a couple of positions, depending on the gap between the cars. To be honest, I mean, whether he's going to have, whether he's going to be able to close that gap and overtake while the other guys are in the pits, remains to be seen. So Retrovine then, he was in 11th for a lot of the race. He's got himself up to 9th. Good to see where he actually finishes. I think he's going to have to make another stop as well, isn't he?
Yeah, for sure. He'll need to stop again. If
yeah,
not for fuel, will be for tyres.
Speed Demon, he's good to the end. Carlsberg, yeah, we know he's had his stop. He's literally just come out the pits, so he's good to the end. In fact, to be honest, did he need to go right to the brim on that one? With maybe sort of 12, 15 laps left? I don't know whether he might have taken on a little bit too much fuel there.
It all depends if he wants to. You'll say, well, it looks like he's revving it out. So it's going to obviously consume more.
If he's going to go flat out, yeah, he will obviously use a bit more. So, see what Carlsberg does with this. Dropped himself back to 11th at this point. With Dragan then picked himself up a half-second penalty for track limits. Didn't quite see where he picked that up, but possibly at the S's, I don't know.
Yeah, there's only a few places that you can pick up real penalties, really. It's coming out of this corner coming up. But
yeah, Jean Cal as well. The last corner as well, as you come up the hill, if you go wide to the right and you straddle that white line, you're going to get a penalty as well. It's actually easier to do than you might think. It looks like a very, very wide corner and a very sort of, easy arc on the corner, but it's very, very easy to drift out wide and not even realise you're doing it. Well, it is for me anyway.
It is, especially if you take too much curb, because the curb actually kicks you further out wide than you actually need to.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's just coming up now to serve his penalty. Staying on the inside this time.
I do like the sound of that Ford GT. Sounds lovely.
It is a good car. I just wish it had better handling.
Yeah. Yeah, not a bad car though, but as I say, I think he's going to take all the points for the way that it looks. It looks stunning in this light. Oh, is that another penalty? Yeah, he's just got all over the place on the S's there. Let's see if that's going to give him a half second. So you might have got away with that one. Yeah, he has. Yeah, he must have just kept a wheel just the right side of that white line. Retrovine then, he's in and out. Last stop for him. So, good planning there from Retrovine. He's only taken on the fuel that he needs to get to the end. Then we've got Addy. Do you call him Addy? Addy? What's his name, guys?
I would say Addy.
Addy, yeah, okay. No, he's if he's 64, he's even older than I am. So he's fueled and got tyres to go to the end. I got a feeling he might have run a bit wide there, so let's have a look, see if he picks up a penalty. Yeah, he did. Yeah, as he came up the hill, exactly what I was talking about there. He's going to go wide here.
Right there.
Yeah.
Which makes no sense because he took the longest route round.
He did, yeah.
I think that was a bit of a lapse in concentration, wasn't it?
Could well have been, yeah. As you said, there's not really many places you're going to pick up penalties, but that is definitely one of them. You can pick up a penalty in these S's as well, especially on that left section there. So yeah, he won't be happy with himself for that one. I think we've got a new fastest lap. Wouldn't we have a 33.1? We've now got a 32.9 from Damien.
Damien's definitely putting the pressure on Dan here.
He certainly is. Let's jump back to Damien. Yeah, so this is where Damien will take over second position then. And if we jump on board, let's see if we can get an eye for where Dan is. Yeah, Dan's just coming into the S's now.
No, Dan's further up.
Oh, right, okay, so there's a back marker between the two then, yeah.
Yeah, Dan's coming out of the last corner.
Yes.
So you're looking at probably about a minute ahead at the moment. Obviously, Dan's going to be coming in for a stop either this lap or probably the next, because obviously he's going to need to fill up.
Let's have a look.
So yeah,
it's going to be yeah, he's got just enough to get through this one.
So this is where we're going to see how far Tidders is going to be in front of Naughty. This is coming to do his final pit stop. So
yeah, and Damien, he's obviously got the hammer down as well.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see if someone's just come out of the pits there. Is that Tidders?
Paris.
Yeah.
Paris. Yeah.
So at this stage then, Dan, you saw Damien obviously pumping that fastest lap. What was going through your mind at that stage, knowing that you were quite close together before the pit stops?
I knew that I had basically a pit stops gap between myself and obviously him, and knew that I was going to have less fuel to take on. So I knew my pit stop would have been a bit quicker than his was when he took his as well. So wasn't too worried. Just keeping going and
just wait.
And just waiting to see what happened when I did come out of the pits, basically, and see what the gap was.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, can we just jump on board again?
Yeah, we'll jump on with Tidders. We haven't seen much of Tidders, so over to you, Nath.
So Tidders is just coming out, first lap out of the pit, so he's just trying to get some heat into those mediums, to be honest. He hasn't got much fuel from the pit stop, so he's just fueled to the end of the race now. As we've got the race leader in Dan now from P1. So it'll be interesting to see what tyres he comes out on, but we believe he's going to come out on softs, trying to get that fastest lap. So we're coming here down to the center S's. Really tricky braking point because the track falls away from you. But just be so patient. You can actually cut quite a lot of that inside curb on the right hand side. Make your way around turn 3. So it's going down the straight here. My normal braking point is on the right hand side. There's just a little slip road on the right hand side right there. Down into third. All the way to this goes down into second. Clutch shifts up to third. And powers out. Back up. Going up to the hill to the double right hander. So yeah, this corner can be tricky. If you outbrake yourself, you end up going wide, and you've got the marbles on the left hand side there. Can drag you out over to the curb. And on the left hand side here, where you can get a penalty. Is here again through the left hander here, being patient. So you see the edge of the left hander curve coming to your screen, and put the power down. That should bring you nicely up to the next right hander. Seems to go on forever. And then down into the left hand side, he takes a wide entry point in this to get as closer to the apex as you can, and then brake around about the 15 metre board. up a little bit of curve, and then just be very patient on the way out. And with that Aston, it's got great power coming out of the corners, but like I said before, it's just misses out on this top end, and that's where it kind of slips into the clutches of the Mercedes and the Porsche. And that is their lap around Interlagos.
Excellent stuff. So let's jump out of the car then, and just who is Tidder's main rival here at the moment then?
It was Nordy at the beginning of the race, but it looks like coming in towards the end, Tidders has just had a better strategy and better consistency. Nordy, I think he's only just going through the SNMSs now.
So it looks like Tidders is quite comfortable then for this final podium position as it stands at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. If he keeps what he's been doing all race long, he should have third place in the bag.
Yeah. Obviously, this is on the back of an Academy Championship win as well for Tidders. So Tidders stock is rising at the moment, doing very, very well. Just got himself up into top pro split as well for the Sunday League. So definitely an up-and-coming driver, Tidders. Seems to be getting faster and faster every time I see him on track. So I'm not jealous at all, man. Not jealous at all. But.
Bear in mind, he is on controller as well.
Absolutely.
So he's doing very well with the controller, especially on a wheel. You can have more control of tyre wear with the angles that you're putting in. So what he's doing on a controller, he should be bloody well chuffed.
Yeah, I mean, I know after talking to Tidders, he has actually got a wheel, but he hasn't got it all set up yet. So I think he might be quite formidable if and when he gets that wheel going and gets into a groove with it. I think there'd be many people, other than maybe Dan, that could possibly challenge him. But yeah, I mean, I am really impressed with Tidders. I mean, we raced in the same league, and he's just zoomed away. I mean, I personally don't know how you guys do it. Maybe it's an age thing for me because I'm an old codger. I don't know. But yeah, maybe you younger guys have got quicker reflexes, and maybe that's all it is. I don't know.
I don't know. Everyone's capable of putting in a lap. It's just stringing it all together, which is my difficulty.
And as we said earlier as well, I mean, at these sort of levels, you're talking literally just a couple of tenths. You could have first position and then back to 10th, within half a second. So it's just literally a 10th here and a 10th there. That's all it is, isn't it?
It is, and you got to think, you make one mistake in a race, that's it, game over. It doesn't get to the top levels. You never falling that back.
That is the difference then between being at the top and being the best and just sitting sort of mediocre. Really, it's just nailing and consistency on every lap, and just taking a half a tenth here, half a tenth there. So yeah, pretty impressive also, to watch some of these guys.
Yeah, watching some of the fast guys drive and how they brake. You can learn a lot by just watching. I remember coming into when I started the Sunday League, so it was about 3 races in, when I was racing with you and Dan. I watched every single race that you had done already that season before I even stepped foot on a track, just to see how you guys were driving the car, braking inputs. So it is a learning curve, but the more you do it, the better you get at it, and it's just rinse and repeat.
Yeah. It is exactly that. It's once you can put that fast lap together, it is literally then just a case of getting that consistency every single lap and nailing it. Obviously, track knowledge is great help as well. Getting the right lines into all the corners and hitting your apexes as you should. I mean, me and Dan have spoke about it many times that with trail braking, there are a lot of corners where you just don't need to trail brake, and I think because I learned to trail brake relatively sort of recently, I tend to do it a bit more maybe than I should. I don't know.
But yeah, I mean, what do you think about that, Dan? I mean, there are times to trail brake and times not to, isn't there?
Personally, I think so. Yes. Although I do tend to have a different style of braking to most, so maybe it's just the way I do it that obviously does change that. But yeah, I don't think it's always the fastest thing to do because sometimes it doesn't help you.
Yeah, sometimes just a quick dab on the brake, just enough to slow you down. Once you're off that brake, then you've obviously got full control. I do tend to find that with trail braking, just to keep a little bit of pressure on the brake keeps a lot of grip on them front tyres. And even sometimes you go barreling into a corner, you don't think you're going to make it, but you're still easing off the brake. And because you're easing off the brake, you do get that rotation. It's not an exact science, and it's something that's not really easy to master. So
they call it the string theory, don't they? So if
the string theory,
so you put a bit of string on the bottom of your wheel, tie it to your foot, and as you'll start turning, it will pull your foot away from the brake pedal.
It will lift it up, yeah.
Slightly. So the more input that you put on the steering wheel, the higher, the less brake input you actually have in.
Yeah, I think it's not something you can just sort of say, I'm gonna trail brake today, and it doesn't always go the way you want it to go. So exactly that, you have to sort of be consistent with that too.
Yeah, definitely. Some people even play with gearing to help rotation.
Yeah, so absolutely.
Third gear corner, say you shift down to second, which helps with rotation, and you quickly shift back up to third. So all personal preference. You've got to try different things out and see what's best suited for your car and for you.
Yeah, it's just a matter of banging in the laps, isn't it? Trying different lines, trying different braking points, and eventually you come to see which is the fastest way of getting around.
Yeah, definitely. Find one track that has a lot of mixed corners for testing wise, and just keep it around it.
I would say this place is probably a very good example of a track like that. There's a lot of different sections to it and a lot of different corner types. So
yeah, it is a good track for that. I mean, Catalunya, which is the F1 testing track, that's a very good one. It has got every type of corner. It's got slow corner, fast corners, sweeping corners.
That's what I personally use.
Catalunya.
Yeah, no chicane though.
No. That chicane's horrible.
That should never have been invented.
No.
Well, we're coming up to the last 5 minutes nearly.
Yeah, so what are we, minute and a half a lap, so 3 laps more? 73 laps possibly, yeah?
Yeah, about that. Yeah, 3 or 4 laps left, so yeah.
Let's have a quick run through from the top then, and look at this. Dan's now got the fastest lap. He's changed onto them softs, and he smashed our fastest lap by quite a margin, I think.
Yeah, he's done it, about 0.8 of a second?
Yeah, it was a 32.9, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because the lap previous to that was a 33.1. So yeah, he's absolutely smashed it out of the park there. So Dan looking very, very good for another victory here. He's got the tyres, he's got the fuel. Just needs to concentrate. Yeah, well, just needs to keep his head down and not get distracted. Don't put a tyre off the track and spin it, for God's sake. So where's Damien then? Let's have a look how close Damien. Well, Damien was a ways behind, wasn't he? So there he is. He's just coming through the centre S's now. And where's Dan?
Coming up to turn 6 to 7.
Yeah. It's. I think he can probably slow down and take it nice and easy. Doesn't need to rush. Doesn't need to take any risks, does he?
No, just bring it home. Keep on the black stuff.
Is he going for another fastest lap? Well, I didn't catch the sector time for that actually. Let's have a look. Be a sector type shortly. Unless we've already passed second sector, I don't know.
No, he's still short shifting.
Yeah, no, I didn't put any extra fuel in, so I was short shifting, then I went for a lap and then I started short shifting again, so I just did the one lap to make sure, and then back to short shifting. So, and obviously looking after the tyres as well, because I knew 10 laps was a bit of a push on them. So.
But if I ever needed convincing to drive this Porsche, I think I've got my answer actually.
The thing is the Porsche is good car. It has good tyre wear and fuel, but it's not the fastest out there.
No, definitely not.
What do you think? The Ferrari? Do you think the Ferrari's a bit quicker?
It all depends on what type of race that start we're talking about. If you're talking about rolling, it's not too bad, but off the line it does struggle.
Yeah.
But Porsche, I find best all-rounder, but the Ferrari handles very well.
To be fair, from my point of view, if I don't run the brake balance where I do, I can't drive the Porsche. I have to have it in a specific place, or it's just I really struggle with it. So it's one of them cars.
You can tell us all those secrets when we go offline, yeah? We don't want the world and his brother to know that, do we?
We've covered that topic many times.
I think it's been every round so far. It's been mentioned at some point, but
yes, changing the subject very slightly. Did you guys watch the England match last night?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Unfortunately?
Yeah.
Yes, we got the result, but we didn't do the performance.
No.
I can't wait for Argentina to beat them on Wednesday.
Well, you know, I just say that all they need to do is just to sort out Messi's legs, Messi's ankles, and then they've got it in the bag. It's a bit like Norway, really. It's like a one-man team with Haaland up front. But,
I don't know. Norway's got a few more good players than just him up front. So Odegaard was bossing that midfield in the second half. So Dan, coming up to the penultimate, coming up to the final lap, you gonna keep on the black stuff?
I'm gonna try.
I know you've controlled the race well. You had a bit of pressure at the start of the race from Damien, but obviously just the consistency has pulled you through on the end of this race. Obviously Mercedes a bit weaker on tyres and fuel compared to the Porsche. Do you think obviously that plays a big part in how he's dropped off? But you feeling confident going through to the next round?
Yeah, definitely. Like you say, some pressure on me for the first sort of half of the first stint, and then once I'd managed to create a couple of second gap, it was just a case of extending it from there. And like you say, they're just keeping consistent lap times and not making any silly mistakes. It put me in a nice position. Only trouble with the next round is it's not a circuit that I am a fan of, so we'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully it doesn't go too badly.
So I believe that would be Laguna Seca.
Yes, you would be correct.
That's going to be an interesting one.
Yeah,
it will be definitely.
Especially if it gets dark. If it can get dark there, that's not going to be a lot of fun in my opinion. But it's again, it's going to be about how many mistakes you make, I think.
Yeah, those sausage curbs are not forgiven in any way, shape or form.
No, they can break your race immediately, can't they?
Yes, indeed. So Dan's just
very,
coming out of the final
run
corner now.
Yeah.
On the last lap. Tidders has already crossed the line, so has Perez.
I think what we'll do, we're going to go back and watch these guys come over the line in order, so then we can jump back to Dan.
Yep.
Tidders then, he's on his way down the start finish straight.
great, strong result from him tonight.
Yeah, fantastic drive. Perez has already gone across the line to take 7th. Tidders takes 3rd then. Right, who's going to come next across the line?
Hoyland.
Hoyland.
Where's Hoyland? There he is. There's Hoyland. It's a little bit strange this when some guys are starting a new lap and other guys aren't. So there he is. Dan comes across the line to take a fantastic win. Another win for him.
Carlsberg comes across in 10th.
Yeah, and where's Damien?
Oh, Damien's run out of fuel.
Damien's out of fuel.
Out of fuel.
Where's Tiddy Milk? Where's Tiddy Milk?
No,
It's everyone else is not on the lead lap, so.
Yeah.
Okay,
Damien,
so
very lucky there.
Obviously,
very
yeah.
lucky.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'd like to know just how close Tidders was to getting another lap, to be honest. Because that would have been interesting.
Yeah, I think Tidders might have caught him. To be fair. But you have Doug finishing in 6th. Great recovery race from him after that spin on lap 1. We took him to the back of the pack and recover all the way back into 6th. So that great recovery race there for Doug.
Yeah, hats off to Dirk then. Where's what have we got? We got Speed Demon finished in 9th. Let's just watch Damien crawl across the line. So that, as you said, he was very, very lucky that he didn't have anyone chasing him down for that one.
Yeah, very lucky.
Okay, so there we are then. Just got a slight interruption. Give me 2 minutes. I'll be with you. Okay. Yeah, so that's the end of that then. So another great win for Dan.
Congratulations, mate.
Yeah, congratulations. And we move on to the next round, which he says he doesn't like Laguna. So let's just see what that brings. But yeah, fantastic race. And let's look forward to the next one, guys.
Indeed, we will.
Thank you. And
See you soon.
see you next
Take
time.
care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.